Hello everyone and welcome back to the Financial Drive. In this video, we'll be discussing a question that many people face at some point in their lives. Should I buy a home or rent one? With the current state of housing market in 2023, this is a question that has become even more relevant. So let's dive in and explore the pros and cons of buying versus renting a home. Let's start with buying a home. There are some definite advantages to owning your own home. First and foremost, you're building equity with every mortgage payment you make. That means you're essentially saving money each month since you're investing in your own property. Plus, you can customize your home however you want, from painting the walls to doing a full renovation. And of course, owning a home can be a great source of pride and stability. On the other hand, buying a home has some downsides as well. It requires a significant upfront investment, from the down payment to closing costs to ongoing maintenance expenses. Plus, you'll be responsible for all the repairs and upkeep, which can be a big financial burden if something major goes wrong. And of course, owning a home also means that you're tied down to a particular location, which can limit your flexibility if you want or need to move. Now, let's look at renting. One of the biggest advantages of renting is that it's often cheaper upfront. You'll typically only need to pay a security deposit and first month's rent to move in, rather than a large down payment. Plus, you don't have to worry about any ongoing maintenance expenses or repairs, since those are responsibility of the landlord. Another advantage of renting is the flexibility it offers. Renting a home means that you're not tied down to a specific location or property, which can be beneficial if you have a job that requires you to move frequently. On the flip side, renting also has some downsides. You won't be building any equity since you don't own the property. And you'll subject to your landlord's rules and restrictions, which can limit your ability to customize the space or make any changes. Plus, rental rates can increase each year, which can be frustrating if you're trying to stick to a budget. Here comes a big question. So, when is the right time to buy a home? Well, that's a personal decision and should depend on a number of factors. If you're 25 and old and thinking about buying a home, one thing to consider is your financial situation. Some questions to ask yourself: do you have enough money saved for a down payment and closing costs? Can you afford the monthly mortgage payments? Another thing to consider is your future plans. Do you plan on staying in the same location for the foreseeable future? If not, buying a home may not be the best option. So, which option is better for this year? Well, that depends on few factors. The real estate market is constantly changing, so it's important to do your own research and talk to a financial advisor to determine what's right for your individual situation. According to recent stats, around 64% of Americans own their own homes, while 36% rent. However, these numbers vary depending on location and age. For example, in expensive cities like San Francisco and New York in US and Mumbai and Delhi in India, renting is often the most affordable option. Lastly, one thing to keep in mind when considering whether to buy or rent a home is the 5% rule. This rule states that if the cost of renting is less than 5% of cost of buying, then it's more cost effective to rent. We'll discuss more about the 5% rule along with an example in the next video, so please subscribe so that you know every time there's a new video. So here you have it, the pros and cons of buying versus renting a home, as well as some factors to consider when making this important decision. Ultimately, the decision to buy or rent a home will depend on your individual circumstances and financial situation. Remember, this is a big decision, so take your time, do your research, and consult with a financial advisor if you're not sure what's right for you. We hope that this video has provided you with some useful information and help you make the best decision for yourself. Please like and share the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.